Danger Dolan. So Superfry asks if the old school rep grind that Blizzard introduced in 5.4, the Timeless Isle, whether it's fun, whether it's boring, and if it'll get better. So for those that don't know, patch 5.4 introduced Emperor Shaohao's reputation grind. And essentially you just gotta kill a lot of elite mobs, and based on your current standing with that reputation, you can get some vanity items like pet, mounts, and cool masks. You can convert your Valor to timeless coins, which is a little bit useless, and you can do some other garbage. So you gain this rep by doing a daily quest for 275 rep per day. You gotta kill like 20 elites on Timeless Isle. Optionally, you can just grind those elites, which reward rep at like 15 or 20 per go if you're soloing, or 20 to 30 if you go for the very difficult group ones. So let's look at WoW's history with these stupid rep grinds. In vanilla, you had to keep killing mobs over and over, and everyone was really bored of it. But in Burning Crusade, you had the Isle of Quel'Danas, and dailies were introduced as like a cool alternative to dungeons and raiding, like another form of endgame PvE, and they rewarded lots of cash. So people were pretty starved unless you were gathering herbs and mining and selling all of that on the auction house. So Wrath through Kata, dailies became redundant thanks to the tabard system getting your rep if you just run dungeons. They reintroduced daily quests for the launch of MOP, and they were a disaster. Even when you include like a story progression like they did for 5.1, it just proves that people just didn't want to do dailies because it feels mandatory. Likewise, people just don't like grinding rep on mobs. But if it is for optional rewards, nothing mandatory like gear or valor points or anything like that, then it's not that big of a deal. Now, I've personally been grinding this rep, but I've only done it for one day and then I never wanted to do it again. I like that it harkens back to vanilla and that it's not actually mandatory. And the reason I'm doing it is because I want the pet. It's not required for raiding, I just want it personally. I like collecting pets. So I decided instead of doing the grinding of these difficult mobs, I would just do the daily quests every day to get the rep, and I am content, I am satisfied with the slow gain over several months to get the pet, which is at revered, not exalted. What I do not like is the constant camping of mobs. Just imagine if you queued up for a dungeon, you zoned in, and there's already like 3 other teams clearing the entire place. If you're up at 5 AM, you should have an advantage even if you're on a high pop server, but that just is not the case here. I really love that when you fight a difficult mob that requires a group, you get more rep than if you were doing it solo. I really enjoy that, even though I do not do it personally. And so long as it's optional, so long as we have the option between slow guaranteed daily rep and the option for a speedier group burn, I like it. But like with old content rep grinds, it's gonna suck if you need to go back and do it again for the pet/mount. 2 expansions later, I do not want to come back and have to grind these mobs, even if no one else is around. In terms of the community as a whole, I feel that players will get sick of it if there's no variety involved. If it's just killing the same mobs over and over, it's going to feel like a daily quest, in which case the feedback will be overly negative and the Blizzard devs will overcompensate by making it either too easy, too accessible, or even nerfing the rewards completely. But what I think people are missing is that there are many ways you can go about this rep grind. If you have the option to grind very hard mobs and get more rep, or grind simple mobs and get rep by yourself, or do a daily quest and get there eventually with minimal effort, then it's a good system, it offers optional rewards, and people should not complain about it. I would like to see more of this. That's all for this chat box. If you would like to see me cover a certain WoW topic, leave a comment below. That's it. Have a good one.